Hey, what's going on, guys? It's White Chaos, so welcome back to another Division video. Today I'm going to be showing you my high tank Banshee build. This is my all-time favorite build for the Division 1.5. Yeah, Alpha Bridge is good, but everybody's using it, and quite frankly, it's pretty boring. So, I'm doing this Banshee build. I've been using it a lot lately, and it is freaking awesome. I love it, so that's why I'm showing it to you guys today. Like I said, high tank build, so that toughness is going to be through the roof. So if you guys end up enjoying it, don't forget to drop a like on it and also subscribe to the channel for more daily Division content. Let's get right into the build. So to begin with, I'm going to look at the character just to get over with that stuff first. Down here, the critical hit chance and critical hit damage, yeah, they're pretty freaking low. 14% for chance and 25% for damage. I know they're low. Enemy armor damage, 23.5%. That definitely needs to get up there. I'll tell you why that's not up there too much in a second. My survivability, 546 toughness. Max health is 253. And my armor is at 53.72. So I guess that's pretty good. Let's go back to the character. I'm at 261,000 primary DPS, 546,000 toughness, I already said that, and 106,000 skill power. First off, I want to go over the weapon that I use. I really don't use a secondary or a third weapon, so those really could be anything. As long as it falls in the parameter of this build, you know, you can unlock destructive, brutal. It doesn't, I think it's like 4,800 to actually unlock that. My firearms only give me enough to unlock destructive. That's all you really need in the build. But my pack-on, however you guys pronounce it, I pronounce it pack-an. So I'm just kind of doing an in-betweensy, pack-on. I don't know if that's how you actually pronounce it. But this is the one that you can buy from the Advanced Weapon Vendor, I think that's his name, from the base of operations. It's really good, and I think it's the highest base damage LMG currently in the game. So I assume it's probably going to get a little bit of a nerf, or the other LMGs are going to get a little bit of a buff in 1.6, but I guess we'll wait and see. This has 12% damage to targets out of cover, 16.9k base damage, which is just tremendous. It's got the talent Swift and Destructive already rolled onto it. And for the third slot, I just re-rolled a Brutal onto there. But of course, you could probably re-roll something else if you feel like it, like Competent. But I think Brutal is the best bet because you're going to be hip firing a vast majority of the time with this actual build. Just because the crosshairs are just so small and it's just fantastic. So yeah, I do suggest putting Brutal on there. These are my attachments if you guys want to actually read over those. You can only fit 3 on here, but that's fine. Gives you enough I guess damage per second with only 3 attachments, and it's pretty good. I guess let's go over the 2 pieces that I have right here. First one being the specialized backpack. Cyborg, I'm recording a video. I'm gonna have to kick you, bruh. God dang, you can't do anything without Cyborg joining you and ruining your video. Alright, so like I was talking about, this is a specialized backpack rolled into stamina. Oh, actually, before we get onto that, I only have one thing rolled into firearms in this build, and that's all you really need. So even if the firearms is over here on the gloves or on the backpack, doesn't really matter. Just try to at least roll one thing into firearms, and you'll be having about the same build as I. But yeah, back onto the backpack. Specialized backpack rolled into stamina, of course, and the major attribute being 851 armor, and minor attribute, yeah, it could be the ammo capacity, but that's fine. You know, it's not a big deal. You don't really run out of ammo, of course. You really don't even need ammo capacity because of Banshee. You automatically just get ammo all the time. So this mask is actually tenacious. You could use rehabilitated, which gives you health when you're on status effects, which is awesome. Bros for Lives uses that, and it's just fantastic. I do have the rehabilitated mask, but this one was just slightly better, and it gives you that 10% more damage for 10 seconds, which is probably better than the rehabilitated, but in some situations, yes, I'd rather have the other one, but this is very fantastic. It's got 5,000 health rolled onto it and 8.5% enemy armor damage. Alright, so I guess now let's go over the 4-piece. If you guys don't know what Banshee does, here, I'll just look over it real fast. 2-set bonus, 20% looted DZ funds. 3-set bonus is 10% damage to target out of cover. And the 4-set bonus is the actual Banshee talent. While rogue, all ammo is completely refilled every 30 seconds. Damage taken from non-rogue players reduced by 10%. While not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%. No dark zone, XP, or currency is lost on death. So that's very fantastic if you guys didn't even know what Banshee did. But here we go. Here's a pretty good piece to begin with, the Banshee Shadow armor. It's got 1132 armor, which, oh god, yeah, it could be in the 1200s, but this is all I had, and it's actually a pretty good piece nonetheless. Rolled heavily into firearms. This is my only piece in firearms, like I said. You really only need to roll one piece into firearms on the entire build, everything else into stamina, and you'll be okay. It's got 6200 health. No ammo capacity, like I said, you really don't need it with Banshee if you're going rogue all the time. Let's go over the gloves. This is essential. Rolled into stamina. Unfortunately, no, I don't have critical hit damage on this. That's why that stuff is a little bit low. But it's fine. It's just damage to elites. It's not that big of a deal. I also rolled on LMG damage onto these gloves, which is very essential if you're going to be using the pack-in, however you pronounce it. And I think this is just an overall great piece. Down here to the knee pads, rolled into stamina, of course. Could be higher. I may re-roll it just a tad bit. You really don't need to at that spec though. It's got 1260 armor already on it, but unfortunately, I do not have enemy armor damage on my minor attributes. That's why my enemy armor damage is pretty low at 23.5%. If I were to actually get a good Banshee Shadow knee pads with enemy armor damage already on it and good stamina, just have to re-roll that armor. But if I can get a god roll piece, that would be magnificent. So unfortunately I haven't been able to pick one of those up, but it doesn't really affect the build too much. It's still really strong as it is, and you guys will see in the footage a little later. And you know, just having that extra enemy armor damage will just bring it up a bit more. Now finally onto the holster, the last thing in the build. Actually, I'll show you some other things in a second, like the talents and stuff that I'm using. This has 1166 firearms, 1264 stamina, and 1199 electronics with 622 armor. I can definitely use a better Banshee Shadow holster, but as it sits right now, it works pretty fine. And yeah, it would just bring my DPS up a little bit higher if I did have that in the 1200s, and that would be awesome. I guess finally, I'll show you guys my abilities. I am using Booster Shot just to get that extra damage in combat. My toughness is so high, so I really don't need an overdose. I don't find myself in many situations where I need the overdose. So the Booster Shot comes in very well. And right here, the support station, what I do for this, it could be either one. Life support, immunizer. Immunizer is great though, so you don't get status effect on you. But what I do is if I'm running low and I already use my Booster Shot and my med kit, I will drop down the support station and instantly blow it up. What that does is grants you a percentage of heal. Like, I guess like it'll heal you up for about 30% or however much it says right here. It heals me up for about a full bar of health, which is very, very good in combat. And down here, I do have the Survivor link. That is what I'm using. It's fantastic for that. And over here on the talents, I am using Triage, which is great in groups, of course. We all know what Triage is. Down here, this is great in... Oh, no, the one below it is great in groups. I'll get to that in a second. This one, just fantastic. Using a med kit, increase damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. Just fantastic. Goes along great with, of course, Tenacious, which gives you the 10% increased damage for 10 seconds. The Combat Medic, use med kit near allies to heal group members by proximity within 20 meters by 40%. That is amazing in groups. Me and bros both rock it, and we just save each other all day long. It's so fantastic. And this one right here, On the Move. If you guys want to bring up your toughness even more, I think it brings it up to 731,000 in my current setup. At 546,000 it's at right now. It'll bring it up to 731,000. So how you do this, you have to be moving. So you can't just be standing still or moving slightly. You kind of gotta just be walking as fast as you can, or running and just shoot a seeker balls, a turret, or a support station, or even NPCs, or even players. You'll get on the move and reduce incoming damage by 30% for 10 seconds, and it is just a fantastic talent. I really didn't even know about this talent until Bros for Live showed me, like 2 weeks ago, so big ups to him for showing me that, and I guess that's really my entire build. Yeah, it's very, very awesome build. I love it. This is my favorite build in 1.5 by far, and I can't wait to make something similar to this in 1.6 when that comes out. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like on it, and also subscribe to the channel for more daily Division content. Hopefully you guys enjoy the upcoming clips. try this build out for yourselves. If you do, let me know in the comments down below how you like it, and I guess that's all I can really say. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. So I didn't expect the video to be over 10 minutes long. I didn't want to push out a 20-minute long build video, and I doubt you guys wanted to watch one either. So instead, what I did was took all the gameplay and I uploaded that as an individual video to the channel. By the time this video is up, the other one should have been up a day before. So you guys can check the link out in the description below. Go watch that video if you guys haven't already. I apologize for doing this. I really thought the actual build video itself would be about 6 to 7 minutes long, and then having about 8 minutes of actual gameplay in there, give or take. So roughly about, hopefully like 13 minutes I planned out for, but the build itself was over 10 minutes long. So I do apologize for that, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed both videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.